what's going on? It's been a bit. Welcome to the CUPID Pokemon Draft League Week 5 recap. Now you may be wondering, why are these recaps like a month late? And I can answer that in a very simple statement. I have been very, very busy lately. So I am about to sit down and record about 4 weeks of recaps in one sitting, so please bear with me. Alright? Let's get straight into it. First up, I believe this is week 5. I could be wrong. I am very far behind, so it is a little bit awkward to try and, re-find where everything is chronologically. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be attempting to do here. First up, I believe this is Assassin SMG before he dropped due to just not being able to play or something, and Mr. Titan T. So let's get straight into the match. So looking at the teams, I mean, we've got a laggy game, it looks like, but it's okay. Urshifu is going to be the lead into the Landorus. Landorus is going to intimidate the Urshifu. We're going to U-turn out into a Breloom, which does not like taking superpower. Now Breloom's going to Terra Fairy, and it looks like the replay is bugged, but thanks to Terra Fairy, we are actually able to survive the second superpower and just kill the Landorus with Breloom. Pretty impressive stuff, honestly. Cinderace is coming in, and, we could have Mach Punched it or something, but we decided not to. And it seems like we have a lot of little procs that we can't quite see. Like, for example, Metagross Terastallizing doesn't show the little fairy icon at the bottom. But actually, it's actually just named Metagross Fairy, and it's actually Terra Ground. I don't know if that's a legal play, but here we are. Ogerpon comes in with Water Absorb on Walking Wake. We do not want to get our Metagross Hydro Pumped for its life savings. Now Torkoal's going to come in, balling this Ogerpon very well. We get up the Sun, and then we go into Farigiraf, which doesn't have a sprite anymore, apparently. Very bugged, but it's okay. Now we have a simple Belly Drum Galarian Slowking, as the Farigiraf puts up the Trick Room with negative priority, and this is what happens when you do the same thing every week over and over again. The opponent outplays you by going for Belly Drum on their Galarian Slowking, and then they just beat all of your Pokemon to death because you put Trick Room up when you really shouldn't have, you know? We get to bring in our Torkoal and finally get off an Earthquake, but then we die to an Earthquake in response. Mr. Titan T brought a very, very spicy Glowking here, and yeah, it's not what you want to see. That's definitely not what you want to see if you're a fan of Assassin SMG. Walking Wake finally comes in, but it is too little, too late. We cannot do enough damage to this thing to kill it, and we are dead. So, Belly Drum Glowking just won the first match of my recording session. Great. Next up, we've got, the same game, Game 2. Or same players, second game, Game 2. This time we lead Kyurem. Now we go Landorus, as Breloom's going to Terra Fairy, and Terra Blast. Okay. We were trying to catch the Kyurem there, but, I mean, I feel like the Landorus is a pretty normal switch into a Breloom. Walking Wake comes in, we have U-turn into Glowking. Wake is going to flip turn out. Okay, great. Now we can bring in Urshifu with the solid Wicked Blow, and we can crit something. Yep. And Mr. Titan T was essentially forced to sacrifice a Pokemon there. I don't think any of those Pokemon on his team can take 2 of those. So now we're going to bring in Farigiraf on, Kyurem, as Kyurem's going to go for Substitute, and then Dragon Dance. But Assassin has a very simple game plan, and that's to use Trick Room every single time. But after a Dragon Dance, if this Icicle Spear hits 5 times, Farigiraf probably dies. It does. Looks like we are, in fact, on the loaded dice. And now we are going to bring in Walking Wake, and thanks to our Trick Room, we are actually faster. We drop a Draco, having this HP of this Metagross, which is actually pretty good. Iron Defense is used, as we are just going to continue using Dracos. And then, for some reason, we decide to switch, as Metagross is going to rest Chesto. And for whatever reason, we decided to bring in a Mamoswine against this, and oh no, it's terrifying. It can survive Wicked Blow, and guess what? Body Press now wins the game. Look at that. Boom. Dead Breloom. Fairy, what's that? It's gone. It's cooked. It's Jover, even. Now, we could have gone for Wicked Blow to get chipped there. It wouldn't have mattered, but here's Mamoswine also getting Body Pressed. And thanks to the Rocky Helmet, maybe we could blow kills now. Well, we're going to go into Wake. Wake is faster, which is good. We can actually pick up the KO with Draco Meteor. I feel like we could have probably done that without sacking Memo Swine, but it's okay. We're going to bring in Torkoal on Cinderace, which is an interesting choice. U-turn, gonna bring in the Kiruin, also interesting choice. I mean, if this Torkoal had Eruption, you would be promptly perishing. But instead, it's got Shell Smash. Shell Smash Torkoal with leftovers. Anyways, after a substitute, we're gonna just go for Scale Shot. We hit 4 times. You know, loaded dice is good, but it doesn't fix all of the problems of the world. And also, the fact that Torkoal is so slow means that you're still going to win this 1v1 thanks to the power of Substitute. Torkoal just doesn't outspeed Kiruin even after a Shell Smash, which is not good. If you're going to run Shell Smash, you typically want to run speed so it's faster than your opponent afterwards. Now Icicle Spear is going to connect on Urshifu for okay damage, but, you know, close combat in the back, and the sun's going to go away here because we knew that that Torkoal was leftovers. And it's a Walking Wake versus a Ogre Pawn with the Ivy Bonk. Well, actually, no, it's not, because Landorus is going to use Outrage as we switch into Walking Wake. And Urshifu is slower than this, probably. Nope, it's not. We got Wicked Blow. Okay, hold on. Hold on, we're blowing wickedly. Is this Scarfed? Is this Scarfed? Quick Attack does not do enough. Wicked Blow. Oh, we don't kill. Well, there it is. Mr. Titan T is going to beat Assassin 2-0. Very good stuff for him. Next game, we have Shadow King versus Mocha Pudding. Alright, so here we go. We have the Diancie, which is very strong. This Pokemon is, in fact, Nutso. However, it has to be Mega Diancie to be Nutso, and I believe the Mega Diancie is on the other side, because both these players have Diancie. Anyways, there's Flash Cannon on, you know, your 4 times weak to Steel Pokemon. And now we're going to go into Meteor Beam to use Meteor Beam, and it just cleanly one-shots the, it cleanly OHKOs the Heatran, which is not something what I would have expected. And since we're Power Herb, we're going to die to Earth Power in the back. Great. Now we're going to go into, you know, Banette to, you know, Mega Evolve and probably click something that we don't really need to click. And yeah, Mandibuzz is going to come in. Mandibuzz walls us and also is Dark type, which means it has Prankster immunity. So we are forced to switch. We go into the Bull. The Bull gets a Stone Edge crit, doing Big Chip. But U-turn is going to let Mocha Pudding kind of just chill for a little bit. Now, for some reason, the Bull comes out. We're going to go back into our own Mega to get off probably a Poltergeist, yeah? And this should kill. And it does. Okay. So we're swinging the momentum ever so slightly in our favor, and that's a Smeargle. What's this Smeargle trying to do? No retreat. Terra Normal. And we have Terra Fairy. Population Bomb Smeargle. 6, 7, 8. And all of the Terra Population Bomb hits, and with the Terrastalize, it does enough to OHKO. It does enough to OHKO Torterra, and it's probably going to do enough to OHKO this too. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Is this Wide Lens or something? Like, how is it hitting all of these? And I never thought base 20 ass physical attack Smeargle would ever do anything. But here's Kingambit to say enough of this. Sucker Punch. Now we're going to try and Swords Dance in front of the hands. We can't do that. We probably should have gone into, you know, the Banette. Anyway, here's Poltergeist. Assault Vest, it's so bulky, and we're just not going to be able to get there. So it did not matter if we had gotten the switch that last turn correct, because it was going to eat those attacks like a feast anyway. Very good. Next game. This time the Shaman is here. Shaman is on the team. Very good stuff for Shaman. Alright, so we have instant U-turn. Get out of there. We do not wish to deal with this Torterra, right? So Torterra is now going to Shell Smash, but thanks to the balloon, we don't really have to worry about, you know, Torterra all that much. Rock Blast is going to connect into the Heatran. Even with loaded dice, Rock Blast is not going to be killing. So Flamethrower is going to kill us back. Very bad for Shadow King. You don't want that, right? Lamora is going to come in and Meteor Beam once again, and I have a feeling that the answer to this is going to be the exact same as last game: Mega Evolve, Earth Power, and we don't learn. We did not learn. What did we learn? The answer was nothing. And now we're going to go into Charizard to get power gemmed by a Pokemon that is faster than us and has 4 times super effective Rock Stab. Now we go into Poltergeist spam, and then we, hit a Poltergeist on the Mandibuzz. Very good stuff. We bring in the Bull. Foul Play is going to hurt, but not that much. And actually, it wasn't even the Bull. Surprise, it was Zoroark. Now we're going to really bring in the Bull. As U-turn is used, okay, this is going to allow in basically whatever Mocha Pudding feels like. We go for Dragapult here, get off a Draco. That's going to knock out the Bull. And no a Bull here. This game is looking pretty over to me. I'd be quite shocked if Shadow King managed to pull off this win, as we have Dark Pulse. This is actually not a... yeah, this is not that. This is the Zoroark. It's not Mega Banette. Alright, so we managed to pick up a KO, oddly enough, on a Mandibuzz with a Zoroark, but here's Moonblast, and also here's Moonblast again. Thoughts? Okay, great. I'm glad you agree with my decision making. Alright, Poltergeist is gonna hurt, but not enough. Shadow Sneak will pick up the KO. Great. But now you have... Wait, Shadow Sneak? Oh, it doesn't kill. I see. How tragic. If Shadow Sneak killed there was still an Iron Hands in the back. So Mocha Pudding is going to get the win there. 2-0. Good job, Mocha Pudding. Next up, we have Rudes versus, I believe this is Dusty's username. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so we have Ogerpon versus Tinglu. Power Whip. Tinglu does not like taking those. Ruination gonna have the HP, but it's slightly above halved. Alright, and we just stay in and sack our guy for some reason. We had, we had a whole Latios, we had a whole Melmetal in the back. I suppose you're scared of it not being choiced and, switching to Ivy Cudgel and knocking out your Melmetal, which is fair, but like, at that point, you have a Toxapex. You could just switch between the two until a Power Whip misses, and then you're good, But it's okay. We've brought in this with Energy Ball, but, not Spirit. Dusty predicted that Terra Steels becomes resistant to Grass type, and now we have to go into Clefable. Now, here's the thing, right? Clefable is good, and, it has Calm Mind, but the Paralyze here is pretty bad. You don't like that. And, you gotta be cautious. I don't think there's ever a world where this Clefable wins the game, mostly because of this Pokemon right here, Iron Treads with Iron Head. And also the Terra Steel Quagsire is quite problematic. Even if we get all the way up to like +6, we are still going to be taking a ton of damage from this Iron Head. And it'll probably put us into range of, something that's faster just coming in and knocking out the Clef. So you gotta be cautious of that. That being said, Clefable is going to get out of there. We have a Rapid Spin, we're already Toxic Poisoned, and we are not doing enough damage to this Pokemon. Ice Spinner gonna knock us out. Is this thing like a Salt Vest or something? It's 4 attacks. No, it's lefties. 4 attacks lefties. Very strong. And we go for Double Iron Bash into a Steel type, which is possibly a sign of Rude's resigning. Perhaps. Maybe we didn't have Superpower or Earthquake, but I guess we just decided we didn't want to, find out. Now we go into Toxapex. This thing is killing everything. Does Chen-Pao just not have a move for this? Why are we just not going into Chen-Pao? We have Chen-Pao. Why Chen-Pao? No Ice-type move. Did Rudes want to get 6-0'd? Or did he just forget? No, we have Ice Shard. Yeah, I think Rudes maybe just gave up this game. It didn't look like he was really trying. So let's just go into game 2 and not think about it too much. Alright, so Ogerpon Hearthstone comes in. And we lead with Melmetal. This time we go into Toxapex, which is that thing I said we would do last game, but tragically for us, we get predicted. We go into Toxapex. And, well, luckily for us, Swords Dance on the switch into Power Whip Miss into Goodbye Clefable. Okay. Latios is going to come in, Mega Evolve. I think we... No. No, we don't live crit knockoff. So Chen Pao comes in. That's good. We're faster. This should kill, right? Boom. Ice Spinner. Why didn't we do that last game? We could have did that at any point last game, and we would have probably not gotten 6-0'd, but it's okay. Now Rapid Spin. Gonna get rid of those Toxic Spikes. And, I mean, you know, the Ogre Pawn only got off 2 KOs. It's not that bad. We get some chip into the Iron Bundle with the Earthquake, which isn't bad either. Hydro Pump is going to do a lot, but actually I would have thought that would have done more. I think that might have even killed in some realities. Anyway, we're going to Protect, get some more Lefties recovery. And we could just go for a dodge Hydro Pump here, or we could sacrifice something, but we just decided to go for the dodge. We lose the 20% chance to dodge. And then we bring in Toxapex to use Scald. Hopefully we get the burn. No burn. Okay, that's not what you want to see. Psychic hurts, but it's not the end of the world. Poison Jab is good chip in response, and we could honestly switch here. We opt for Melmetal instead of Shen Pao, which, you know, we were predicted with relative ease, and now we get a KO on the Melmetal. Shen Pao is going to come in. Shen Pao has its work cut out for it here, but it can win. We go for Sacred Sword, which is resisted, but still does enough damage to kill. Now Tapu Koko comes in. We're going to go into Pex, lose our Pex to Thunderbolt. And now Chen Pao has the ability to lock into... I'm not sure what, but we need to try and hit everything. There's Ice Spinner. We remove the terrain. We knock out the Tapu Koko. Ice Spinner does a lot, but not enough. Rapid Spin to boost the speed. Is this a Scarfed Chen Pao? No, it is not. Tragically for us, Rudes is defeated because he did not decide to use Chen Pao early enough to kill things and force bad situations with said Chen Pao. Next up, we have Ingle versus Ant. We have Rain versus Ingle's team. So here comes Raging Bolt to use Thunderclap on all of Ant Killer's Pokemon, but we actually decided to switch out because Ant Killer is going to go into... Well, I guess we were predicting the, Mega Swampert, but tragically for us, we decide to go into, you know, Arcaludon instead and give it a free stamina boost, in addition to just generally not really, like, making the play you want to do. Hidden Power Fire in the Rain is not very much damage. You probably should have just switched or something. But now we have Blissey Seismic tossing the Arcaludon after its stat boosts. We're going to Terra Ghost, and we are going to get Electro Shotted again, which is like Power Beam, but only in the rain. Power Beam? Meteor Beam. That's what the move is called. So now we go into our Pokemon that probably beats Archaludon, but it tragically is not going to do very much damage. This is probably like Max Special Defense Assault Vest. Flash Cannon's going to drop our Special Defense, not that that mattered, but it's okay. We get rid of the Arcaludon with this Goldango. Very good stuff for the Goldango. However, Greninja is Protean, comes in with Dark Pulse, gets the KO with Dark Pulse. And we decide to bring in Electros, which isn't exactly the best of Pokemon. We are going to go for a Volt Switch. Greninja is no longer a Water type, it's just a Dark type. So we're going to bring in our Serperior to use Leaf Storm, and that's an Assault Vest Tornadus based on the fact it just took rock damage and only 16% from that Leaf Storm. So now we get Hurricaned on our Mr. Rime and then knocked off on our Mr. Rime because Mr. Rime's not a very good Pokemon, and that's what happens when Tornadus fights a not very good Pokemon. So we bring in Thunderclap, but we don't use Thunderclap. We actually opted to go for Calm Mind instead. We could have maybe gotten the KO on the Tornadus before it switched out there, but it's fine. I guess we just decided we wanted the boost more. And now Pelipper is going to come in as we have Thunderclap. We actually decided not to go for Thunderclap. We expected a switch into Swampert, but we really could have just Thunderclapped it. And, you know, then just been in this situation. Now Swampert can Mega Evolve and is faster than us, but luckily for us, we had Levitate Immune Electros. Now we have Liquidation. So Electros is good, but only for like one turn. Luckily for us, Superior is a great Pokemon to have here. We are Choice Scarfed, and we miss a Leaf Storm, so the Swampert's going to be able to get out with its life. Now Tornadus is going to come in, and the game is probably just over. So, yep, there goes the Superior, and Thunderclap does not beat the Swampert, and since the Pelipper is still alive, even if we could beat the Swampert, the rain will go up again, and then the Swampert will beat us. So, tragically for Ingle, the game has ended. We probably should have clicked Thunderclap more frequently. Next game. Alright, so we have Mr. Rhyme. This time leading into the Archaludon, we are going to stay in and let it Flash Cannon us as we go for Trick Room. Okay, Trick Room, canceling out the rain, sort of. That being said, another Flash Cannon after we get off our Freeze Dry chip is going to be enough to kill us. We decide to go for Blissey to just click Seismic Toss until this thing dies, I guess. Dragon Tail's going to remove the Blissey from the field. Here comes our Pokemon we don't want in against this, and we decide to go for Goldango as Body Press is used on the switch. Good read by Jingle. Anyways, Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon's gonna pop our balloon, and then we're gonna Shadow Ball again, probably. And interestingly enough, it doesn't look like Antkiller has any interest in saving this Archaludon. So that's something worth noting. And Dracovish is here. Okay, big threat Dracovish has come in. It is time to say goodbye to all of your Pokemon, as Young Strongjaw uses Young Strongjaw to viciously rend you. You do not wish to be viciously rended. So, Hidden Power is super effective on this Tornadus, which makes me think it was actually Hidden Power Ice this whole time. That being said, this is still an Assault Vest Tornadus. Let's not forget how bulky Assault Vest Tornadus is. Now we're going to Giga Drain the Swampert for massive damage. Really good stuff. Does Electros even get a priority move? Well, I'm not sure, but Liquidation is going to, basically kill us back. But we do get rid of the Swampert, which means now Thunderclaps are basically free. Now we decide to Terra Fighting, as the Greninja is going to Protean for Ice. I mean, like, what can we get here? So we go into Raging Bolt. I probably wouldn't have done that because this is using Ice Beam. But luckily for us, we lived. Oh, but we're punished! We are punished for our Hubes. Our Hubes, and we get frozen. Well, luckily for us, we can stall out the Greninja's Life Orb. As it's going to just keep clicking Ice Beam. We get a free Soft Boiled here, but we instead opt for Rocks. That's fine, I suppose, but now Dracovish. And there's a slight problem here. Our answer to this Pokemon is Frozen. And we just Thaw! We simply Thaw! We get the big Chippy off, and we go Chippy Chippy Choppa Choppa, and now we have to go for Leaf Storm on Superior. And Leaf Storm's going to kill the Dracovish. Okay, great. Now we need to dodge a Hurricane as Tornadus is going to come in. Take Rocks damage. Okay, do we dodge the Hurricane? 70% of the time, knock off. What? Why? Why? Antkiller loses! He just loses the battle now! Why did we Dragon Pulse? We could have just Leaf Stormed! Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well actually Dragon Pulse is fine there. So does Dragon Pulse kill this? Hurricane? We didn't win anyway. Yeah, so basically what had happened was, yeah, the Hurricane, being 100% accurate in rain, came up there, and we probably had no way of winning that battle anyway, knowing that Antkiller was going to go for knockoff and then Hurricane. I couldn't tell you. I don't know why he didn't just click it, or just click Pelipper and then click this and click Hurricane, because it would have probably killed anyway, but whatever wins you the battle, right? Alright, next game. We have Assassin versus Bento. This one was like a late match, right? Yeah, I think this one was a late match. So in chronological order, Assassin played Bento quite late. But we are still gonna cover this. Actually, is that correct? I'm not sure that's correct. Give me 1 second. Hello. Hello, look at this. Look at this. Okay, Assassin Bento. When did this happen? This was a week 4 match, right? Yeah, these two played super late, as you can see here. But it's okay. Yeah, we're still gonna cover it, so here we go. Alright, so this match is late, which means, you know, it's kinda cringe smile. Anyways, Scarf Breloom is faster than Blacephalon and uses Bulldoze to kill Blacephalon turn 1 there. Corviknight's gonna come in to, you know, end the entire career of Breloom once again. Because, you know, we Terrad from one type that's unable to deal with Corviknight to another type that's unable to deal with Corviknight. Which is fine. Urshifu's gonna come in and click Close Combat on the Weavile now. Weavile will perish with relative ease. Crit did not matter, as it is 4 times weak to fighting. Latias comes in as Torkoal is going to put up the sun. That was a lot of damage for that Psychic. Yeah, this is doing a lot. I'm maybe thinking that this might be like a max special attack Latias. It's slower than Breloom, so it's not Specs. It's not Life Orb. It's Leftovers? Okay, so what is it? Like, max... Slower than Urshifu. So, it's probably like max HP, max attack? Or max special attack, I should say. Anyways, Urshifu is actually Choice Scarfed the whole time. We are Wicked Blowing everything. But Close Combat in response is going to knock out our Urshifu, as Zeraora is a pretty good Pokemon. Torkoal's going to put the sun back up. Okay, now what? Okay, Close Combat doesn't do enough to Torkoal. We're Fizz Death Torkoal with this one, baby. Earthquake does 1% to Zeraora, and luckily for us, that's enough to kill. Corviknight's going to come in. Do we have Eruption? We should not be on Eruption anyway. Brave Bird just kills the Torkoal. I think Steam Eruption is boosted in the sun, so GG. But instead we decide to go to Mamoswine, which is like the only Pokemon that actively does nothing in this situation. Especially considering there's only 2 of them alive. Corviknight, unless you flinch it to death with Icicle Crash, is going to beat you. And you're going to also lose your Sun boost for your Walking Wake. So, Assassin quite literally throws the entire game by going into Mamoswine and just sitting on the Mamoswine until the sun is gone. And then we start using Earthquake on a flying type. Great. Well, luckily for us, we have Rocky Helmet, but it doesn't matter here, because Corviknight is just going to heal up. Now, here's the thing. If this Walking Wake is full HP, which I believe it is, it should still win anyway. But, it's okay. Surely this won't be too bad, right? Icicle Crash on Corv. Yeah, we're still going. We're still trying. We're gonna get there eventually. Surely we will flinch him to death eventually. Surely we will flinch him to death. We are out of Icicle Crashes. Now we're going to start clicking Heavy Slam because we genuinely decided to lose the game instead of winning it. We could have flipped a coin and had a better outcome than this, but it's okay. Now we decide to go into Walking Wake to use Flamethrower, which is a Fire-type move. And since we are locked into Flamethrower, this Swampert probably beats us. We get an instant burn. Ice Punch with the attack halved is going to do 14%. And is Walking Wake going to just win this anyway? Well, for whatever reason, Bento decided to click Ice Punch turn 1 instead of Earthquake. So now between the burn and, you know, the burn chip and the flamethrower chip, I'm not sure who wins this. I mean, the Walking Wake is faster, and we are going to Earthquake, drop the Walking Wake to 2% HP, and Assassin wins. Anyway. Okay, so there's this thing that exists in Pokemon called Stab. What it basically means is when you are using a move that is the same type as your Pokemon, so for example, Earthquake when you're using a ground type, that move will do 50% more damage. That's turn 1 when we opted for Ice Punch. We actively chose to click a move that did half as much damage as the move we should have been clicking from the first turn, which would have won us the battle. So Bento loses game 1. Great. Next game. Next, we have Corviknight lead versus Farigiraf. Okay, sure. Corviknight can just U-turn. And Farigiraf, I don't know. This Pokemon feels like it doesn't really do anything. Am I wrong for saying that? Perhaps. But after a Trick Room, we are able to hit Weavile with Dazzling Gleam, which doesn't kill the Weavile. And Weavile is not exactly particularly known for being very strong, especially defensively. Now we can just get the Weavile out of there by putting in Corviknight in front of a Mamoswine, because Assassin really likes this matchup for some reason. And we're going to abuse this matchup because Assassin doesn't realize that this is a bad matchup for him, as we saw last game, by simply sitting out the Trick Room turns. And yeah, that's very good for Bento. You know, that's the correct play. Now Walking Wake comes in because Assassin has learned... Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe Mamoswine's not supposed to fight this. And we go for Latios on the Walking Wake, and Flamethrower is used because, you know, that's, you know, a base level. He's not going to switch prediction. However, for Assassin, very unfortunately, Bento does, in fact... make plays that are logical, and he switched into a Pokemon that resisted fire, predicting a fire-type move. So as a result, Latios gets to get off a Draco, and we do knock out a Pokemon with that. Very good. Next, Breloom is going to Terra Fairy into the Corviknight, as Corviknight comes in against Breloom every single time, because Breloom has no moves that beat this. Now we go into Torkoal against the Corviknight, and Bento just has to send in a Water type to not lose. We decide to opt for Latios. I guess we're scared of Solar Beam, but it's actually Shell Smash Torkoal because the moveset has not changed. It hasn't changed. But luckily for us, you know, even after the Shell Smash, Latios is faster because Torkoal is slow as shit. And now Mach Punch is going to hit Latios, which resists Mach Punch, and instead of going for Terra Blast for Terra Fairy, Latios is going to get off a Wish. And we're going to Wish Pass into a Corviknight here, because why would we attack? I don't know. But Specs Flamethrower is going to do quite a bit, but since the sun is gone, Walking Wake is dramatically less threatening now. And we know that this is Choice Specs because it almost killed a Corviknight without Sun, and without Photosynthesis. So we go Latios, and we don't make a prediction. We go for Psychic. I couldn't tell you why. And now we lose our Latios to Wicked Blow. Next up is Weavile. Weavile could just die here. We go for Ice Shard. Get off Chip, I suppose. And Wicked Blow is going to kill us. Now we should go into Zeraora. We do. Great. Alright. And please tell me we didn't just... Okay. Well... Close Combat does decent damage to the Breloom, but not enough to get a 2-hit KO after this crit we get. So now we have to lose another Pokemon here. We go into Corviknight on Bulldoze, because, you know, Assassin does not make predicted moves. He just clicks the move that's super effective against the Pokemon in front of him. So now Corviknight is going to get off a free Roost as we go into Walking Wake. Now Pert comes in. Pert, we have seen, can win this. Pert can win, you know, it's just got to click Earthquake instead, right? And now we're clicking Earthquake instead because we do learn from our mistakes. That's what you want to see. Anyways, Urshifu's Close Combat's going to lower its defense, so Swampert can kill us with Hammer Arm. And we have 3 Pokemon to deal with this Walking Wake. Hydro Steam is the usage, correct click. But tragically for us, I don't think it's going to be enough. Corviknight's going to come in and just die. I don't know why we decided... Oh, it lived. I'm kind of shocked about that. So we get off a Brave Bird. Doesn't do quite enough, but it's okay. We have 2 Pokemon that should be faster than this in the back. And we do use a move that doesn't miss. And Bento is able to get game number 2 over Assassin. Now we have game 3. The third game of the match. The third game. Weavile versus Breloom. We do know that this Breloom is going to Terra Fairy. We're going to just put a Corviknight in front of it, as we have done all match long. Now, the Breloom is going to Terra Blast and click a Fairy move, because, you know, why would we make a predictive move? Mamoswine comes in, because Assassin still thinks that Mamoswine beats Corviknight 1v1. And we just go into Blacephalon to miss a Fire Blast for some reason. Like, why would you risk that? I don't get it. I would not have made that play. Luckily for us, we are instantly never punished by having Latias dodge a Icicle Crash and get off a Draco Meteor, and Latias being slower than a Mamoswine is a crime and should be illegal, and outlawed in every state. Now we go into Corviknight on Wicked Blow. Corviknight takes 38%, which is not very much damage, and now we can Roost. Great. And we're back to full with our Corviknight, but tragically for us, we have lost our Blacephalon. We're going to U-turn out to get off the 28% chip, as Farigiraf is most certainly going to put up Trick Room again, because that's all Assassin does. Alright, great. Now we have Dazzling Gleam, which we have already seen doesn't KO the Weavile, and now we're going to knock off the Farigiraf to kill it in response, and Weavile will take some Chippy Chip. Now we can go for an Ice Shard, but, you know, thanks to Trick Room, the priority move being slower actually works out. And Corviknight's going to come in because, you know, Corviknight always can come in against Breloom. We go for Iron Head on Torkoal incoming, which isn't very good for us. But it's okay, because, you know, Torkoal's slow as shit. And, you know, in the Trick Room, it actually works out, because Trick Room Flamethrower, very good. So Pert's going to come in. We're going to use Earthquake on the Breloom as it comes in. And I don't even know if this Breloom's packing Bullet Seed, but we have a Corviknight, so... Yep. It is packing Bullet Seed. This just in, Bullet Seed. But yeah, Corviknight kind of just sort of, you know, makes Breloom want to uninstall Minecraft, as the kids say, right? Now we're gonna U-turn out. Very good stuff. Pert comes in, Flamethrower. Okay. There's not much to say here. Earthquake gonna do 57% to Walking Wake. We're not burned this time. We dodge a Draco. I don't even think the Draco would have mattered. This is probably like an Assault Vest Pert. It's not healing off of leftovers. So, Wicked Blow does 54%. Big Chippy Chip. In response, we have Hammer Arm, which doesn't kill because this time we didn't opt to lower our special defense. Which is good. It's honestly good. Or not special defense, physical defense. Hammer Arm is a physical attack. Anyways, Corviknight comes in, Drought comes up, and now we are going to U-turn, and what do we have to beat this? Latias with Draco? I mean, Latias with Draco, right? Draco Meteor, and that's a knockout on a Torkoal, and now all we have to do is find a way to not lose our Corviknight. It is at full HP. We decide to make the worst play possible by going into Zeraora on Urshifu. So now we have nothing faster than this to get a revenge kill. We decided to go hard into Urshifu because that's the worst possible play. But that's okay. Corviknight gets Wicked Blown. Now we can get a Brave Bird off. And, okay, if there was ever a time for Assassin to make a predictive read, it would be now. Mach Punch? Nope. That's not enough. Okay, well... Yeah, the read Assassin could have made here was Bento gets really scared and uses Roost, and then Assassin uses Bulldoze. And then we use Mach Punch on the Latias, and we unlock the Turbo Mega Crit glitch, which one-shots the Latias. But tragically, Assassin did not find that line, and yeah, he is defeated by Bento. Very, very good for Bento. Next is Ryevji versus Frank the Wolf. Frank the Wolf, still learning Pokemon probably. Ryevji is Ryevji, and Low Kick's Terrabugs, first impression, probably Choice Banded, gonna knock out the Nihilego in one hit. Okay, next up we've got Enamorus. Okay, great. Enamorus scares away the first impression user, and Audino is going to come in and evolve Megali. As Calm Mind is used, we're gonna Wish. Now we go into Urshifu Rapid here on Calm Mind again. Now here's the thing. We're slower. We should not have been slower. First impression is ×4 resisted, but does 69%, which is very nice to this Enamorus, but tragically for Frank, I think the game is basically over here. We have no mons that beat this. Sludge Wave. Oh! Okay, Sludge Wave. We have Sludge Wave Thunderous. Okay, Sludge Wave Thunderous. Very good. We are able to get that damage off, and now we're going to go for Dark Pulse, getting Chip off into the Tail Glow user, as it has a Salac Berry, and oh no. But luckily for us, it uses a grass move, and then it decides to go for Dazzling Gleam. And after the speed boost, this thing should be faster. But Scarf Latios. Boom. Knocked out by Aura Sphere. Very good. Alright, now Latios should get out of there probably. We have an Audino. That's not bad. I don't know why we opted for Crunch when Bug is super effective against 2 of the 3 Pokemon that are alive, but it's okay. Now Audino gets burned by Will-O-Wisp, and now we have Fire Lash lowering our defense. Heal Bell is used. Does this have like Toxic or something? We probably want to get off some Chip into this. Okay, Wish, Heal Bell. Wish, Heal Bell, Protect. Toxic? Toxic, please? Show me Toxic. Show me Toxic. Wish again. Why are we just sitting here? Do something. Do something. Do something. Click Toxic. Why do you care about the burn? It doesn't do anything to you. Do something proactive. Do anything. I am poking Frank the Wolf's dead Audino with a stick, asking it to do something. Now we Wish Pass into Darkrai, so Darkrai can take 1,000,000 damage on the switch, and not do enough damage in response to knock out this Terra Fairy Pokemon. We go for Dark Pulse. Maybe we get a flinch. Nope, no flinch. But luckily for us, Reggie has decided to not use a bug move because he doesn't have any. Now Fire Lash is going to be used, and after the defense drop, Fire Lash does kill. Great. Now we have Latios coming in to Ice Beam the thing, and we get a freeze, but tragically for us, Fire Lash... We had Lunge the whole time! Why were we not clicking that? Anyways, luckily for us, Frank the Wolf has no attacks on this Pokemon and cannot win. Oh, it was Dazzling. Okay, so we could have done this 12% chip a long time ago, but we decided not to, and Frank the Wolf is going to be defeated in Game 1. Alright, great. Next game. Alright, so Thundurus versus Centiskorch. Thundurus uses Thunder Wave. Okay. Well, that's good and all, but like, what does the paralysis do for you? We go into Urshifu Rapid. It uses Terra Fairy. It gets paralyzed. Okay, so Urshifu Rapid can come in for free, but tragically for us, that's not actually going to do much here. Unless it's paralyzed again. Nope, just kidding, it's not. Will-O-Wisp burns the Urshifu, and now we have to Heal Bell. But instead of like just going for the kill first, we decide to go straight into Audino to use Wish. And now we can't even Heal Bell. Because, you know, we've decided to get hit. And thanks to Fire Lash lowering our defense, we can't really, like... Yeah, this is putting too much pressure. And Frank doesn't seem to be aware of the pressure right now. It doesn't look like he's aware of it. But luckily for us, Frank predicted Riepji switching. That's definitely what happened, by the way. He definitely predicted Riepji switching instead of using Fire Lash there. And now we're going to be able to get off a Heal Bell, and then another Heal Bell, because we needed to make sure that our Audino wasn't paralyzed. So now Urshifu comes in and gets poisoned, as Thunder Wave is used. I don't know why we were on Thunder Wave and Toxic Spikes. It's probably not what you want to see. Surging Strikes is faster than Nihilego. Nihilego is dead. Very pog. Alright, Enamorus comes in. Surging Strikes is slower than this now. Moonblast gonna kill us. Great. Now we go into Thundurus to use Thunder. Just Thunder. I thought I was about to say Thunderbolt. I would have expected Thunderbolt, but it's okay. Frank the Wolf is on some next level shit apparently. And now we get off a Paralysis into the Venusaur as Toxic is used. That is a very toxic Venusaur. Now we are going to go for a Paraflinch action with Dark Pulse. We get off a flinch. Okay, great. We're going to go for another flinch maybe, but we don't get it. We don't get anything actually. We're just going to lose our Thundurus to this Venusaur. But maybe. Nope, Giga Drain. So, Terra Bug first impression? No, we have Latios instead. Luster Purge instant grip does not kill, but luckily for us, the paralysis is clutch, and the Venusaur is going to go down. Xurkitree is the response to this. We have seen this use Dazzling Gleam before, but we use Thunderbolt instead? Why would we use Dazzling Gleam when it's super effective against 3 of the Pokemon that are still alive on the opposing team? Now Latios is purging all over the Lust, and now we have Samurott Hisuian as Frank the Wolf continues to click Luster Purge, and Ryevji clicks Aqua Cutter. And after all of this, we decide to go into Audino to... I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess Audino is just here to be sacrificed to the greater good being getting in low kicks to use first impression. So we're probably going to see that here. Yep, okay, great. Frank the Wolf made a good play. Look at that. Frank the Wolf has made the best play of the day right here. Look at that. The best play of the day. Go into low kicks, click first impression. That's all you gotta do. And now we have game 3. Okay, so, I don't know if Ryevji will ever be able to live down a loss to Frank the Wolf, who learned what stab is through playing in this tournament. So we're gonna see how this one goes. So we have a fairy move being used on our Shifu Rapid because we like to put in Pokemon that are weak to fairy in front of a fairy type. So now we go into Thundurus because, you know, we have seen that this Thundurus is an absolute menace to society and scares the shit out of Ryevji. And we go for Dark Pulse, we get a Dark Pulse flinch, and then Ryevji realizes that that's actually the Prankster Thundurus and not the one with Volt Absorb, so we can use Thunderbolt. Anyways, Frank the Wolf clicks Wish because he only knows Click Wish. And on Protect, we get a Tail Glow. And, well, we're gonna get cooked here, but luckily for us, Frank the Wolf decided to make a play that doesn't instantly just lose him the game, and just killed the Pokemon in front of him. Now Aqua Cutter is going to kill off our Audino, which isn't great, but we have first impression, and we are probably going to do that here. Yes. Giga Chad. That play was extremely based. Zygarde comes in, which is a Pokemon I forgot Ryevji even had because we haven't seen it. We go into Darkrai on Rock Slide. Does this have Ice Beam? Spatial Rend Darkrai! We're using recharge moves with this one, and Ryevji helps them out by using Dragon Tail, so he does not have to recharge. Oh my god. Okay, and now we realize, oh wait, this is a Pokemon that is Dark type. It's immune to Luster Purge, Thunderbolt, quick! And we go into a Pokemon with Thunder. Oh my god. And we use Thunder Wave on the Mega Venusaur again, and Toxic. This is the exact same play we saw a game ago. Dark Pulse going for a flinch. We get the Para. Dark Pulse again, probably. Do we get the flinch or the Para? No, it's healing again. This is exactly the same as last time. We haven't made any changes to the play. Darkrai comes in. Okay, takes Spikes damage. Do we have Psychic? Oh my god, we have Psychic. Oh my god, we have Psychic. Samurott comes in. We still have not learned that Dark is immune to Psychic when we used Luster Purge earlier on this exact Pokemon, and we just did not realize that this is a Pokemon that is immune to Psychic. And also, we could have gone into First Impression that time. I don't know why we decided not to impress him first, but it's okay. Now we're going to do it. And we don't even click First Impression because we're locked. We have to go for Leech Life. We do go for Leech Life. Big, chippy. And we're pure bug. We might survive. Mystical Fire? Nope. We do not. Tragically for Frank the Wolf, he is not able to pick up the win on Ryevji, despite Ryevji's best efforts. And we have the final match of this week's recap. Spirit versus Kitsune Noble. Here we go. So we have Rodent Lead versus the Garchomp, which is the Scale Shot Misser, the Misser of Scale Shots. Screamtail is going to come in and probably, terrify this Darkrai to the point. Darkrai, what am I saying? This Garchomp to the point where it leaves. Now we have both teams, both Stealth Rocks. Doom Desire is used. Great. We're probably going to U-turn out here. Yup. Now what's going to come in? Pecharunt? No, we go into Lopunny, which Takes a lot of damage from Hydro Pump, but it's okay. We can get off some big damage. We can get big damage. Oh, but we actually have Protect here. As Lop goes for Fake Out. Okay, we don't want the free chip. Doom Desire hits through Protect. That's solid damage, but it's not that much damage. Now we have big Lorges. We have Lorges jizzing on the floor, as the kids say, right? Kartana is going to come in, and this is very, very problematic for Kitsune. We have Smart Strike, okay. Do we have Flamethrower on this Jirachi? Does Jirachi even get Flamethrower? Well, I guess we're not going to find out, because that is a knockoff crit. Oh, going bit Jirachi. Alright, so, now we have Fake Out. Boom. Fake Out. Nice. Okay, now we have Florges again on the Scream Tail. We're probably going to just take turns wishing at each other, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to wish. Oh, but Char takes Big Chippy, and we make a predictive play going for Psychic Noise. Heal blocking the Charizard so it can't heal from Wish. And Weather Ball's going to do not enough, and we actually are probably going to pick up a KO on the Zard here, thanks to the power of the Florges and the Stealth Rocks, but Heal Block has ended now. Roost. Ah. It had Roost. Okay, but we get Psychic Noise again. Oh my goodness, this is so crazy. That was a great play by Kitsune, but tragically, Florges just doesn't do the damage here to, you know, to properly punish this Charizard. Very tragic. Weather Ball is used, and that's gonna finish off the Florges here. And that's a lot of attack in the back. So we have to be careful here, but we do know that the sun is ending this turn, so that's actually quite good for Kitsune. The sun being gone means that there's no photosynthesis for all of these Pokemon that are absolutely terrifying to deal with. Now Pecharunt comes in, and we're going to all do the Mochi dance together. We go for Toxic, which is good. Poison Puppeteer is a great ability. But, yeah, after Protect, we have a switch into Kartana, which is logical. And then we're going to Parting Shot out, bring in our Lop. Probably get off Fake Out Chip. No, we go for Close Combat. Okay, we were just trying to grip it and rip it into the Kartana, which, honestly, I understand. Now we have Eleki, who is named Regulus, but, you know, without the Regulus part. We're going to Rapid Spin, get rid of those silly rocks on our side of the field. We don't like those. And now, I mean, we have Pecharunt as the rocks go back up again anyway. Pecharunt probably going to use Toxic on the switch. Yep, there it is. Okay. Knockoff does no damage, and we're going to Parting Shot again. I guess we just don't have a Dark type special attack. We're not packing Dark Pulse, which is fine. We're gonna have Knockoff into the Rocky Helmet Scale Shot Misser. Earthquake in response, very good. Forces out the Kartana. Its health is getting really low. Dragon Tail does not work on Scream Tail. Rotom Wash. Okay, this is a double into Eleki, but this is really good for Kitsune, because now you can just click an Electric Attack. And Scream Tail's gonna come in. Did we click an Electric Attack? Nope, we clicked Explosion. I mean, that'll do something. We could probably click an Electric Attack first, though. It's okay, though. It's all good. It happens. Now we have Protect once again. And there's the return. Nice, big chippy. And knock out the Scream Tail. The issue, however, is now Fluttermane has no real checks or responses. So Moonblast is gonna, you know, probably just 2-hit KO. Yep, Moonblast into Shadow Ball, which is going to definitely knock out the Pecharunt. We go into Fake Out plus Close Combat, which doesn't really do much here. We click Fake Out, but yeah, the game is tragically over for us. We are going to be promptly defeated, but we fought well. You know, card's gonna die to its own recoil here, which is good. But tragically, this card dying to recoil means we cannot get up a Scale Shot to boost our speed, and we are still going to be slower than the Screaming Tail. and possibly even, you know, this Roaring Moon in the back. Roaring Moon comes in, takes the fake out, and, well, it's slower, so that's good. Kitsune is going to pick up another Mon, but tragically for us, the second that this thing comes back in, we are cooked. Alrighty. Game 1. Going to Spirit. Honestly, not a poorly played game by either player, honestly. So let's see how Game 2 differs. Okay, so this time we lead the Aleki, and we are going to click the Electric type move because that is something we missed our opportunity on last game. Now we are going to Thunderbolt and get the paralysis on Screamtail, heavily crippling it. And now we can get off another Thunderbolt if we want, and we do into the Roaring Moon. Now we are faster than this, even if it's Scarfed, I believe. I don't remember Aleki's speed off the top of my head. The answer to that question is probably. We probably are. And we could have probably went Boom there, but we chose not to. Now Garchomp is going to go in as Screamtail, not Screamtail. Flutter Mane comes in. Yeah, we don't want to deal with bulky ass Florges with Flutter Mane, so we're gonna go into Kartana because Kartana is just decent. You know, it's a good Pokemon. Anyways, there's the Swords Dance, there's the Smart Strike. We actually survived this, and Rough Skin gonna do that good chip damage back, but I think this might be the kind of Kartana that likes to, you know, boost its... Oh, no, it's an attack boosting card. Okay, interesting. Anyways, Lop comes in, which is nice. We're gonna close combat the Screamtail. Okay, do we have Return? I mean, Return's pretty free here. I guess not. Okay, so we're going to go into Florges as we allow the Screamtail to Wish and then Protect. We go for Psychic Noise, but tragically for us, Protect ends our whole career. And, yeah, I don't know. This is looking pretty hard, but we are getting off valid chip into every single Pokemon. You know, the Roaring Moon getting really low. We have Pecharunt, you know, Pecharunt comes in on Knockoff, gets his balloon popped, heals up though off of the Wish, and Knockoff gonna do even less now because it's not calculating for Knockoff. Nightshade picks up the KO on Roaring Moon. Okay, Flutter Mane's gonna come back. We will die to this, but luckily for us, we do have a normal type to be immune to Shadow Ball, as we can see here. Screamtail's gonna come back. Please tell me, yeah, Fake Out. Okay, Return doesn't kill here, but it's solid chip. Charizard comes in. Did we just click Return? Oh my god, we did. Charizard's dead. Things are looking great for Kitsune. The sun never goes up this game. Alright, sweet. Now what? What can we get off of this? We go into Florges against the Flutter Mane. Uh-oh, Calm Mind. That's not good. That's actually quite bad. Moonblast is going to do 36%, lower our special attack. Do we have Toxic? We have Wish. Do any of our Pokemon have Toxic? I know it has Toxic. So we go Psychic Noise. We are going to get the heal block off on the Flutter Mane. But, this isn't good for us. If you're a Kitsune fan, this is not what you want to see, I don't think. Alright, so Pecharunt's going to come in on Moonblast. It resists, but it's still going to faint. Tragically, we do not get that Wish healing off. Now Lopunny comes in. We use Fake Out. It's got Scrappy. Look at that. Mega Lopunny with Fake Out Scrappy into Quick Attack. Knocks out the Flutter Mane. Okay. And Spirit concedes. And I mean, that's logical. I mean, the concede there is fair. Because, like, if you think about it, right? There's Kartana left at low HP, Rotom Wash, which I don't think ever gets through, like, you know, the Florges or the Aleki. And I believe that this Screamtail also is just going to kind of get cooked over time. It probably doesn't even have an attack based on Protect Wish and Stealth Rock. But if it does, it's got Dazzling Gleam, and we just can't break the Florges. The Florges never goes down. So yeah, I think Kitsune genuinely just wins this battle here, and Spirit scoops that one up. So we're going to go into the third game. Okay, so we have a Lecky lead versus Charizard, which is really good. Clodsire is going to come in as we go Predictive Explosion turn 1. Take out the Clodsire. And now we have Scale Shot Mister versus Flood of Mane. Charizard comes in as we double into Pecharunt. Okay, is this going to be like a Poison Puppeteer Toxic? We have Drought going up. Weather Ball, big chip, but Pecharunt lives. Toxic, Poison Puppeteer, confuse it too. Alright, now Pecharunt can probably just heal. We get the hurt itself in its confusion as we get a Parting Shot. Oh my goodness. Now Lopunny can come in for free? We can Mega Evolve and click Fake Out? Oh my god, we can click Fake Out for free? For free? We actually click Return because we're a Giga Chad. Huge. Huge play. Alright, huge play, huge play. Now we have Florges, and we're going to just sort of sit here for a little bit. Now, if I was Kitsune, I'd really like to get up Stealth Rocks if at all possible, but we have to get in Garchomp, and to get in Garchomp, we have to get out this Screamtail, and that's not great. It's not great. So Stealth Rocks go up on our side. Heal Block's going to wear off. Dazzling Gleam's used. We're probably going to just keep clicking Psychic Noise. Oh, we are packing Defog. I like that. So Wish, Psychic Noise, Defog. Last move's probably Protect here. And we are going to continue clicking Stealth Rock as Lopunny comes in to click Fake Out. Okay. So how does this battle evolve from here? I mean, like, I don't know. We're just sort of sitting here. And we're having a little bit of a stall fest. I don't really know how Kitsune is going to break through the, I don't know how Kitsune breaks through the Screamtail. But we'll see. We will see. Alright, so Florges is going to come in and protect on the Charizard, as Charizard does in fact have Toxic Poison. Roaring Moon comes in on Screamtail, because, or not on Screamtail, what am I saying? On Florges, because we know it does not have a Fairy move. Now, Kitsune opts to go into Garchomp here as Dragon Dance, Photosynthesis in the sun. Well, maybe it doesn't hit 4 times. Well, it's loaded dice. This is not what you wanted to see, because now we have lost our Garchomp and our Stealth Rock access. Now, is this the end of the world? No, by no means is this the end of the world. But it's certainly not good, because it's really hard for us to break through the Screamtail. And also the Charizard coming in and not dying instantly is painful, and we also have just lost our Pecharunt on that switch. So Iron Jugulus comes in to use Dark Pulse. Okay, I guess we're trying to flinch it down. I guess that's our best bet, but I don't know. This is a rough situation for Kitsune to be in. Alright, so we get a flinch. Okay, 3 more of those and we win. There's the second. Okay. Okay, okay. Protect. Okay, so now we need 4 more flinches. Flinch it again. Ah, rip. Well, tragically for us, that's not gonna do it. Okay, but now we can get in Lopunny, and we do know that this is specially defensive Screamtail. That being said, it still only takes 14% from Fake Out, which is kind of ridiculous to think about. And we are going to try and break through, but this thing is just fat. It's hard to kill. Its defense and its HP are so big. And let me tell you, chat, I like big tails and I cannot lie. You other brothers cannot deny. Anyways, yeah, I don't know how we're breaking this Screamtail with what we have left. Tragically for Kitsune, this game will be ending in a very, very slow, very, very painful death, I think. As I think Spirit gets game 3 here. And we're gonna just stall each other's PPs a little bit, and, you know, we're gonna just sort of vibe for a little. Oh, Roaring Moon came in. Okay, great. Progress is being made now. Scale Shot. Why? Why? I don't know. I don't know why. But Scale Shot's going to boost our speed. There's the wish coming true. And we are faster, but we decided not to capitalize on it. Dragon Pulse comes out from the Jugulus. Okay, Jugulus going to do a little bit of chippy chip. Now Screamtail comes back in for the special defense boost. I don't know what Spirit's up to. He could have probably just started clicking moves. Probably just started clicking attacks. You know, we could have probably clicked like Scale Shot again on the Jugulus when it came in, because we should be faster. Oh, Iron Head. We had Iron Head. Okay. Well, now I'm wondering why we didn't just go into this a while ago. But it's okay. Charizard going to put the sun back up, and we are going to lose our Charizard. But tragically for us, the Charizard survived long enough to get up the sun. Fluttermane comes in. I guess maybe Spirit wanted to win with Fluttermane. Perhaps. But that is what is going to be happening here, as turn 45, Jugulus should be fainting to Moonblast. There it is. And that is going to conclude the matches for Week 5 and also the late match from Week 4. Hope you all enjoyed this week's Week 5 recap. I will see you guys in the next one, which I'm probably going to be recording very shortly. Later.